Welcome back, my friends, to my last brain cell. I, I, Happy Tuesday. You know me, man. I like to be very transparent with y'all, so I'm trying something a little different from this point forward. Um, so transparency time. I've been messing with Chat GPT. I know that some of y'all are probably like AI is evil, and I was kind of like that too. But like, I started messing with it, and it started to give me like ideas. Like, I don't just talk to it just to talk to it. I talk to it to really help me, right? With ideas that I might have but am struggling to kind of bring to fruition, right? So I was asking the questions like, yo, how about this? What should I do about this? Blah blah blah. And I was talking to it about the podcast and all the content that I make. And it suggested that I start posting my content um at a set time every time, right? Like certain, like all the days that I record should have set times for when content is dropping, which is very hard to do because I usually record day of. And the reason why I do that is just so that way, like, when I post the episode, anything I talk about is literally like an in the moment thing. Like, things that could have happened that day could be what I talk about. For example, I was able to wear that nigga shirt, nigga, on Juneteenth because it was Juneteenth. You know what I mean? Like, and I knew that because I recorded on the day. Like, had I recorded ahead of time, I might not have remembered to dress up for Juneteenth. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I do what I do. But Chat GPT was like, "Hey, try doing this out." So I'm gonna try doing that for some time. I say all of that to say I am now going to start pre-recording these episodes, so they'll still drop the same exact days, but I won't be like calling out Friday Juniors and Tuesdays and the Saturdays and things like that, mainly because I won't really know. You know what I mean? Like I'll know, like, like I'll record episodes and be like, okay, this is for this is for that day, but like as I'm recording it, it's not gonna be something that's on my mind. Like, I'm not gonna be thinking like, oh yeah, it's Thursday, let me say Happy Friday Junior or things like that. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be more relevant to the time that we are currently in. So I say all of that to say, I hope that your first full week, because yeah, it's still only the first full week. I hope your first full week of July is going well. Um, some big news, man. I've been using, damn, I'm just dropping a bunch of stuff. I've been using Threads too. And one thing I said on there was I can't wait to talk about this thing. And if I spin it on the wheel, I won't talk about this. I'll still have some other material to talk about because there's other stuff I want to talk about. But did you hear the news, y'all? Black Clover is coming back. It was officially announced at Anime Expo like a few days ago, like early July. Like, I want to say the 3rd or the 6th, or it might have just been a couple of days ago, but Black Clover's coming back, y'all. And I can't tell you how happy I almost shed a thug tear. That's how happy I am. I literally almost cried because I said it a couple of days ago or a couple episodes ago. Black Clover is my favorite anime to come out in the last 10 years. I love the manga. I love the art. I love the story. I love the characters. Everything about it is just amazing to me. And the fact that, and when it went off of air, I was actually hurt. I understood, and I always had hope that it would come back. And I've been holding out hope. And there were times when I wanted to give up that hope. But I'm so glad I didn't, because here we are, man. Probably like, was it almost? It's been almost 3 years, I think, since we got some news about Black Clover. Yeah, it was a grand day, to say the least, y'all. A grand day. Yeah, I'm excited. So with that said, if you're not reading Black Clover, man, you need to catch up for sure. We're about to enter what is probably the best arc ever. So I'm not cheating per se. I have a picture of the artwork for the puzzle. So I'll be trying to look at it just to kind of understand like what it is I'm really looking at, I guess, for lack of a better word. But yeah, man. So Black Clover's coming back, and I couldn't be happier, y'all. I could not be happier. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And yeah, like I said, we're about to enter the one of the best arcs. Like the Elf reincarnation arc was incredible. Like I don't incredible. It's just that's the only word you can really use. But the Spade arc that we're about to get into, you ain't seen nothing yet, as the kids say. Yeah, you ain't seen a damn thing, y'all. I'm telling you, this is the arc. This is the arc. Yeah, transformations, lore, plot twists, fights, just parallels, everything, man. Story, it's got everything that you could want, and I'm telling you, you're not ready for it. Did y'all? And I also brought it up just to say, did y'all see the promo poster that they're using? First of all, I change my phone wallpaper numerous times a year. I probably go through 5 to 6 wallpapers in a year just because, like, on my phone, because I'm just like, I'm over it, right? Like I'm ready for a new one. And I typically use anime wallpapers. I instantly made the official anime esque style Asta in his Devil Union form um my wallpaper. And my friends, they've already been spoiled because like in the group chat there's 4 of us and 2 of us read the manga. So my other 2 friends, they were spoiled, so they knew that Asta got that transformation. So they weren't like, oh shit. But I can imagine people who weren't caught up on Black Clover and hadn't been spoiled by it were probably like, what the fuck? Like, he had that shit in the anime? Nah, he didn't get that yet. That's that new. That's that fresh off the lot. That's that. Mm, that's the my credit score good. Like, let me get that new. Let me get that new car smell. Yeah, that's that fresh, y'all. Y'all ain't ready for that shit. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah. But that's enough Black Clover. Let's get into the show for real. So before I continue this, and before I get into the question of the day, I have something really interesting for y'all. Okay, so this is like it's more cyborg. I just had his face, as he would say, boom, baby. All right. I was in Walmart the other day, yeah, and I was shopping. I had my homie here this past weekend. Shout out to my boy Shawnee. We kicked it for a little bit over 4th of July weekend. And I was getting some snacks and stuff, and I seen these. Now, if you don't know what these are, they're jelly beans, obviously, right? But what makes them interesting is the flavors they have. I'm going to turn it this way. Let you kind of just take it in a bit. Yeah, you can see that I'm in for a rough time here. So I figured, because content, I don't know how many are in here. So it says the serving size is a package. I don't know what that means. I don't know how many are in here, but I assume 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there's 20 flavors. I'm going to assume that there's like, I can smell the soap one. Wow, that's messed up. I'm going to assume that there's like 30 something in here, okay? We're going to try one of these at a time. I don't even know which one to pick. Pardon my calluses. I'll just be putting in the work. I'm going to go with this yellow one and just pray that everything's okay. So, let's see what I'm getting myself into. The yellow one, oh no. I think this one's booger. I'm going to be pissed. I'm making myself a rule right now. I'm not going to put the whole thing in my mouth. Pause. I'm going to bite it. And if it's a good flavor, I'll eat it. And if it's not, I'm just going to spit it out. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't know what it was, but it was spicy, and I did not like that. It instantly tasted spicy. If it was like a jalapeno, that'd be cool, but jalapeno's not on here. I did not like that at all. I hope that was booger and now it's gone. Wow, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That was it. It was instantly spicy. That was scary. So if you want to continue to see me make a fool out of myself while I eat those, come back for the next episode. Anyway, question of the day. In today's question of the day, obviously I be on my random shit. You feel me? Like by now y'all should know. Did I get another piece? Hey, nope. That didn't really work. Okay, today's question of the day. Wow. I hate when this happens. I always have it on lock, right? But I feel like sometimes as I'm talking, I forget it, which you know, it kind of makes sense, right? All right. Anyway, I got it. I figured it out as I was talking and making fun of myself. It came back to me. Anyway, question of the day. Today's question of the day is: do you think that there are a limited amount of like faces and personalities, and that sometimes you run into people's doppelgangers? Or is that just me? Because I recently got a tattoo, and my tattoo artist looked a little bit like my boss. And this wasn't the first time that I've had a situation like that. I've seen people who look like other people all the time, or people who act exactly like somebody else. Like, so do you think that there's just like a limited amount of like personalities and faces, and eventually you run into like people's doppelgangers, or hell, even your own doppelganger at some point in time? Was that a LimeWire, Chris? That's gas. Like, I genuinely am curious, because I do think so. I do think that there are a very limited amount of faces and personalities that's just like, yeah, at some point you're gonna get some double. It's probably why twins exist, right? It's just like, let's make this a little bit easier for everybody. Just give both of these niggas the same face. Like, why not? Yeah, make it easy, you know? But like I said, that could just be me. I could be tripping. But let me know what y'all think. Go ahead and put in the comments. As you can see, also, I changed the angle of the camera. I'm hoping that it helps you guys see the puzzle a little bit more. I think I am gonna go ahead and film an episode that is gonna be just the puzzle, like in a sense of I'm not gonna just be putting the puzzle together, but I'll be like, the puzzle will be the main focus. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm just talking too much, but I am considering it. But anyway, yeah, put your answer in the comments. I'm all over the place. Put your answer in the comments, and while you do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess first clean up my mess, and then grab Cards Against Humanity. Not gonna lie to y'all, I have really been enjoying Cards Against Humanity. I definitely think it's time for not another game, but another segment. You know, I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles these days. I'm honestly still surprised that I have a bunch of shit to say. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm a yapper at my core. I can chat forever about nothing, so this kind of makes sense. But I do feel like it's time for something different. So I'm gonna try to figure something out. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but I'm gonna figure something out for y'all. Something brand new to bring some spice and some life to the show. You feel me? Anyway, hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night right off? Wow, apparently I can't read. Let's try that again. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with blank? Would you like to start the night off right with blank? Let's see what's happening in this old box here. This box of mysteries. You feel me? The mysterious box. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of prime cards. Let's go in here. This is a really good angle too, because now you guys can really see that like I'm dead ass not cheating. I don't look at shit. I'm gonna feel good. All right. Yeah, I'm still really mad about that fucking jelly bean. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm instantly regretting it. It's all a terrible idea. I wish I had like a co-host so I can make them like do it with me, just so I wouldn't be suffering alone. But alas, you're stuck with me. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with doing crimes? They shouldn't. The right with just throws it up. It should be, would you like to start the night off with? The right just keeps throwing me off. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start? Would you like to start the night off right? Oh, I get now with hobos. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with all the dudes I fucked? Now, not gonna lie, all of these could work. Let's start from the beginning. Would you like to start the night off right with doing crimes? Depending on who you are asking, that might be the perfect appetizer before they get an entree. Like before they order, what does Chili's have these days? Like burgers and like drinks, whatever. They're probably like, you know what? Skip the mozzarella sticks. Let's go do some crime. That might be exactly what they're looking for. So, W hostess. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with hobos? Now, I don't think anyone wants to. I don't think anyone thinks that starting the night off the right way. I don't think hobos is the right way to start your night off, unless you're into community service. You go down to the soup kitchen. You feel me? You're just like, wow, I'm so glad that I was able to help and feed these starving people. You know what? I'm actually starving myself. I do have some bread. I'm ready to go back to the Chili's. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with all the dudes I fucked? Once again, depending on the person you're asking, you might have found the right crowd. I'm just saying. First of all, kudos to you for even having the maturity to still be friends with all these people. Depending, I don't know what all the dudes I fucked means. To reach their own, we're adults. Your body count is your body count. Like that's not a question that we should be asking each other anymore. You're 30. If you are over 23 years old, body count realistically should not be a conversation anymore. Like honestly, I really feel like once you've graduated college and you're out and about in the real world, body count should not be a conversation. But anyway, yeah. Once again, wait, what was I saying? Yeah, kudos to you for being that mature to talk to all these people still. But once again, depending on the person, you might have found the right crowd. Like that might be someone might be like, you know what? Yeah, bring them on. I'll work up an appetite. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. You know, when I first read it, I thought that'd be the funniest answer anyway. And then I kind of talked myself into the answer should be doing crimes. But after saying that scenario, the answer is obvious. Hey guys, welcome to Chili's. Would you like to start the night off right with all the dudes I fucked? It should have been a no-brainer, but doing crimes, something about it was just like, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go bust a window. Let's go kick an elderly person. That was crazy. I don't know why that was the next immediate crime I thought about, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But let me know what you guys would have picked. But you have started your night off right with doing crimes. Would it have been hobos or would it have been all the dudes I fucked? Put in the comments. I think I should put a pause on my answer, but comedy. Whatever. Let's go get the Wheel of Fun, shall we? Okay. Let's see what the Wheel is saying today. Music. I feel like I had something for music. Like genuinely. I thought I had something for music. Okay, we're gonna do something a little obscure in terms of music. So we are somehow, some way, I still figure out how to bring it back to anime. Anyway, we are in the throes of the newest season of anime, right? In that this is now the summer season of anime. Like everything that started airing in like March, April has now stopped, and now we are having shows air from like now probably to like October. And then once October is done, or once that stuff is done, we'll get the fall stuff in October, and that'll take us to like December, January, and then winter will start. But anyway, we are right now in the beginning of the um summer season of anime, right? And I thought about music for this because I want to know for all my anime watchers out there, do you ensure that you watch slash listen to the intro and outro of brand new shows or like a new season at least one time? Like on that first episode, when you turn on the show, do you ensure you listen to it? And now, don't get me wrong, I don't speak Japanese, and I'm sure that most people listening to this show, listening to and who watch anime, don't listen to Japanese or don't know Japanese. You feel me? Like, I'm sure my demographic for my show does not know Japanese. I feel very confident saying that. So I do want to know though, right? Like, do you listen to it? And I say that because of two actually very specific shows. Well, three now that I meant now think about it, very specific shows for come to mind. When I first was talking about it, the first show I thought about was Dan. And I'll get into why for each one individually. The second show I thought about was Mashal. The third show I thought about was Kaiju number 8. And the fourth show I thought about was Black Clover. So going back to and all of them for just about the same exact reasons, right? In that, and I'll go with Black Clover first just because it's the outlier in that it's had 13, I think, different openers and outros. They have some banger intros, right? So like banger. The outros are pretty damn good too, but Black Clover I think can be hailed as one of the anime that had the most banger intros ever. Ever. So I would make sure I listened to every single one. Each time there was a brand new one, I made sure to listen to it. Every single time, right? But I didn't listen to it every time. Like every episode, I wasn't always listening to it. Like I remember the first time I listened to one of the brand new ones, I instantly added it to my phone. I was like, this intro is gas. I need it. Going back to Dan. So Dan and Mashal, honestly, they both had some stellar intros this previous season, right? Mashal and Dan were both their intros were made by Creepy Nuts, and Dan had Otanoke and Mashal had Bling Bling Bon Bon, right? And I love Mashal's opening. I have it on my gym playlist even now to this day. It was even my most played song, I think, in 2023 or 2024, one of those two. I think in 2024. So I think at the beginning of this year, I saw it was my most played song, right? Otanoke was also a really good song, and Creepiness is a really good job. Dan's new intro, it's good, but it's not Otanoke, right? So I'm curious to know, like, when you listen to these songs, do you listen to them and do you judge them, right? That was also the big thing too, is do you judge them? I feel like your intro song should just get progressively better. Like Black Clover, I think got, like Black Clover's OG intro song is always going to be its best intro song. Maybe that's the problem with Dan. Is that because Otanoke, damn the vascularity. Otanoke was its intro song, so that's gonna be like his OG theme music. You feel me? Like, but this song doesn't go as hard. So maybe next, like the third season of Dan, like that song will go pretty hard. Like Mashal, its first theme song, I couldn't tell you what it was, but that second theme song Creepy Nuts did, fire. So I'm really curious to know what this next season will look like. You know what I mean? So, and then Kaiju number 8 is also an outlier in that I wasn't a fan of his intro song this season. I'll be honest. I was hoping for a banger because it came out the same year. Like it came out in between Mashal and Dan, right? So Mashal came out and I was really like Kaiju number 8 anime fire, and it was highly anticipated. And I was really hoping we get a banger ass intro. Visually it was pretty cool, but sonically, I was just like, it's missing something. So I'm really hoping that this next season coming out in I think like 10 days, honestly, from recording right now. So actually, now I think about it, I think the week this episode comes out, the day this episode comes out will be the same week Kaiju number 8 comes out, I think. But yeah, man, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm hoping that the theme song is fire. But let me know, guys. Do you listen to the anime theme songs all the way through at least one time, intro and outro? And do you judge them? Do you anticipate them having to get better and better and better each time? Let me know. Put in the comments. This is a pretty damn long episode for a basic episode. I was just yapping in the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I appreciate you tuning in and stopping by. This is King Echo, signing off.